happened, Sam? Oh, you have to wait for a microphone.
Hello, Jurgen. Can we just ask you about the penalty and the red card and what you thought about it?
Yeah, an accident. Very unlucky situation. Of course, I think everybody knows Sadio was not even. He didn't see the goalie, so it was not 1 second that he had a look on the goalie or whatever. He just wanted to get the ball as soon as possible, and that's what happened then. It was a red card, so we cannot change it anymore. Yeah, hopefully the goalie is not seriously injured. I think in the first moment when all the people were on the pitch, it looked like this. After the game, he was running around in a dugout, so hopefully, how I said, not too serious.
Okay. Jonathan?
Jurgen, how's Sadio? Is he upset because obviously he didn't want to hurt the player? Is he?
Very, very, very upset. Yeah, because we couldn't keep him up, kind of. So he was shocked about the situation, and I'm sure also about the decision, because he didn't think if the leg is not where the leg is, you can also say it's a foul from the goalie. So what can I say? At the end, it's a red card, and I'm sure enough people will find enough reasons to say it was the right decision. So we cannot change it anymore. That's how it is. But of course, had a big influence on the game today. Yeah.
Yes. Simon?
Well, you said you can't change the red card, Jurgen, but you can appeal. Will you think about appealing?
Can we?
5 p.m. Monday. You have a decision.
Well, what would be your advice? You're longer in this country. You have an advice?
Usually they don't accept an appeal, but you can.
So it never worked. Would be another waste of time. Huh? So like the whole game today. So not sure. We will see.
Okay, gentleman there at the back with the yellow t-shirt. If we can get the ball. Yes, Duncan. I'll come to you next time. Sorry. Well done.
Hello, Jurgen. José Álvarez for Jugones of La Sexta, Spain. Coutinho was out today. Is in your plans that is in your plans for Wednesday against Sevilla?
We play Tuesday, huh?
Oh, Tuesday. Yeah.
We play Wednesday. Good. Really?
Yeah. I think Wednesday.
1 day more. Good.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
We'll go to Rob Draper, then we'll come down to Andy.
Jurgen.
Sorry,
Jurgen over here.
Hi.
Obviously, the sending off changed the game, but on balance, were you encouraged by the first half an hour when you created a lot of opportunities, or are you concerned, even with 10 men, that obviously losing 5-0 rather than maybe 3-0 or something?
Encouraged? No, because actually I really expect from us. I expect from us that we are much stronger in the first half now, because I thought we were not. Both teams didn't defend really well. It was not. Both teams were not compact, really. But we had a lot of chances. We were pretty much not to defend for City in these situations. They had 2 yellow cards on the 18-yard line, so that we all know. It was in a lot of moments today very unlucky for us. But I don't think that we have to think too much about luck or something like this, because we cannot change luck, obviously, but we can change performance. Yes, and I told the boys in half time that I thought if it would have been completely spot on, and I know it's difficult after international break. They played different positions, different jobs to do, different systems, all that stuff. It's always difficult. But I thought we should have been in the lead in the first half. We should have been in the lead. And the 1-0, I think we were still, it was 11 versus 11, right? When they scored the first goal. Yeah. And it's a moment when we are in possession, everything is good. City didn't play too high pressure. They made a little bit of pressure. We played the ball back to Simon. He only can shoot a long ball. That's a normal challenge then, and little foul on Ginny, I think, yeah. But then, because after the long ball we didn't push up, 2 players are in this around Ragnar, and one of them can get the ball. I thought we had 2 or 3 situations, similar situation in the second half. That makes no sense, to be honest. I know we can be really good. So if you after we spoke about this, I will try to help the boys to ignore the result today, not the mistakes we did, but the result, because that's already done. And but we should have scored. Or even we should have had more chances. So we were. I think Mo was 3 or 4 times on the touchline in the 18-yard box or even the 6-yard box. So and you could. We have to find one. We were not. Nobody was at the front post. Nobody. So that was all things you speak about, and you can change the second half. But then with 1 man down, it was a difficult situation at halftime because I was so positive about opportunity we should still have, because it's not. Yes, with 1 man down against City is really not the best place to be. But we do it a lot of times that we defend in training only with 7 players against 14. They cannot create chances if you are really in the right space, if you use the offside line, what we didn't do around the second goal. So 2-0 down, City 1 man down is not a really cool situation. It was difficult. So, but we could have done in the second half better. But it's not. I'm not concerned about this. That was a hard lesson today, and I know the boys good enough. We will learn of it. But what we also need to learn in the first half, we need to influence the game in another direction. We need to score here, and I think everybody saw it. So, and then it was obviously obvious.
Last 2 before the breakout, Duncan, then Andy. Okay.
Jurgen, as you say, you created a lot of chances before they scored without putting them away, but you also left a huge amount of space to De Bruyne and Silva in midfield, and
both teams were not really compact. That's true. So that I was also not happy with this. But we cannot have these situations if City would have defended perfectly. So you can defend not perfectly and still win 5-0. So it looks like this. So yes, we were not compact enough. All 3 up front were not really involved. We didn't jump in the midfield. Go on Fernandinho. It was 1-2 passes and Fernandinho could turn. That was the first problem, because Fernandinho had then the ball, they could play to Silva or De Bruyne. So, but they didn't create many things of this. It's against City, always can come a step too late, and then they pass through the line. So that's how it is. Yes, we had to. That was the first. That's what I said in the first half. We had our chances, but we were max at 60%. So that's why I thought, if it's still 11 versus 11. I don't care about the result too much. Then you can create again chances, do this better, and be more clinical in the other situations, and you will score goals. So it was, I heard it meanwhile if you'd have one of these days. So obviously all went against us, and the good moments we couldn't use, and the bad moments gave us the punch. So that's how it was.
In terms of the midfield and defence, though, that's the worst result of your time at Liverpool. Is it the worst performance from the midfield and defence in a defensive sense of your time at Liverpool?
Actually, you have also a job to do if you want to write this to it. How I said, it's and for me it's never like that. 2 weeks ago we spoke about the midfield, and the midfield is actually, we have 4 in the back line, and then we have 6 in these situations who have to defend better. Yes, and they could have done better, of course, but we could have done better with the ball. Also in the second half, a lot of things. You don't lose 5-0 when a lot of things are 5-0 when a lot of things are right. So of course, but it's not that I'm concerned in the long term. So I think if City takes too much confidence of this game today, they make a mistake. If we lose too much confidence because of this game, we make also a mistake. So at the end, how I said, after the international break, then 1 man down, young players on the pitch in different positions. So it was hard for the boys, I know, but we don't look for excuses. I don't think that we had influence on the red card, because it was not a foul. At the end, there's a red card, and we have to accept it. But we were not overly aggressive or something like this. And And that changed the game today. We know it. And now we can talk about all the rest, but it's hypothetical. So because what would have happened if we can play with 11 versus 11? So, but I don't have the chance to watch this game. So I have to take this one, and that's how it is.